When you look back over your life, hindsight being 2020, aren't you happy that you didn't get that thing or that person that you thought you wanted? Aren't you happy that you didn't get what you thought you wanted, family? Every single thing that you want is coming to you. But everything that comes to you may not be for you. I learned that sometimes the best investments are the ones that we do not make. So we have to be happy for the things that did not work. We have to be happy for the things that did not work, the relationships that didn't work out, the jobs, the situation, everything that we thought we wanted. Hindsight being 2020, looking back, aren't you happy you didn't end up with her? No, seriously, all jokes aside, aren't you happy that you didn't end up with her? Y'all, when things are removed from our lives, I know it hurts. When things don't work out the way we think that it should work out, I know that it hurts, but it's all for a reason. And you didn't get that thing and it didn't work out for you because you're chosen, because it wasn't meant for you, because there's better for you. And one of the reasons is there is a path of something better, a path to something better, a path for something better for you. It wasn't that. That didn't even feel good. We were sitting and making something work that wasn't even meant for us. Sitting and trying to make something work that wasn't even adding up. Trying to sit in relationships with people that weren't even good. Try to sit in situations with things and in environments that didn't even feel good, family. But we sat there all because we thought that was best. We sit here in situations and pray and beg for and deal with lesser than we already are, and beg and pray and deal with lesser than what's already in store for us. So it did not work because it wasn't meant to work. It didn't work because it didn't need to work. It did not work because it wasn't designed to work. Yo, I've been in so many situations in my life where I was just so hurt and sad, thinking about and wondering about why the thing that I prayed for, why the thing that I wanted so badly didn't work out for me. And I remember years ago when I was younger and, wanting to be in a relationship with a particular person and crying and wondering, why didn't it work? And then years later, you look back and you see that person and you see why it didn't work. Because it wasn't meant to work. They're not where they need to be. They were trauma and drama and foolishness and toxic. And you didn't need that in your life. And so we sit here and we are sad. And I know that it hurts when things don't work for us. Because in our mind, we feel like, oh, this is the best thing. That I won't get any better than this. That there is nobody better than them. And that is so far from the truth. There is a path to better. There's a path to better. And it didn't work because there's better waiting for you. And better doors that are waiting to be open for you. When those doors close, it was because something was better. When those doors close, it was because you were walking down a path that you didn't need to walk down. And we have to really believe, family, that there is better for us. A lot of us sit and believe that where we are is where we're going to be forever. That when things don't work out, then that means that there's something wrong with us. We really believe that when things don't work out, that there's something wrong with us. Like we're the reason why things aren't working out. And maybe sometimes, but in most cases, things are not working out because they weren't designed to. You ever had a situation where you're so sad and you wondered why that relationship didn't work, and then you were meant to be with somebody better? Or that you got with somebody better? You wonder why that job fired you or why they let you go, and you quickly realize it was because something better was waiting for you. So you gotta know that there's something better waiting, that there's something more amazing, more fulfilling, more rewarding than what you were wanting, because what you were wanting may not have been the thing. And another reason why something may not have worked out is because there's so many external factors, so many things happening on the outside, around you, around that person that you want to be with, surrounding that job you want or that opportunity. So many outside factors that are impacting things in a negative way. And so when things are impacted negatively, it may not just be the right timing, family. You want to be with the person so bad, but that person is caught up in mess. Caught up in jail situations, in lawsuits, in issues with their exes, in issues in their lives, financial issues. And I get it. We love people. And we believe that we can help them because we are abundant. We believe that we have what it takes to change somebody's lives. And that may be the case. But at the end of the day, that person very well has to go through their situation on their own. It wasn't designed to work because the timing wasn't right. The timing is not right now, family. And sometimes we within ourselves have things that we need to clean up in our lives, things that we need to fix and change in our past, people that we need to remove from our lives before we go jumping into something else with somebody new. The timing may not be right, because what if you get what you want? What if you get what you want right now, but you're in a situation that is not the greatest right now? Then you stand to jeopardize that thing that you want. You stand to jeopardize that person that you want and that relationship that you want, all because the timing wasn't right. Or we have other external factors impacting the things that we want and impacting the people that we want. Maybe our housing situation isn't the greatest. Our job situation isn't the greatest. Our mental state isn't the greatest. And we sit there and we want her and we want him. And we want him or her to want us in the current state that we're in. And is that truly fair? We wouldn't want them in a bad state, right? It's not working out because in this season, it's not meant to be right now. And it doesn't mean that it can't be in the future, but right now, it may not be meant to be. And a lot of times, family, speaking of external factors, a lot of these people that we're attached to, we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. We don't know what conversations they're having behind our backs. We don't know the negative or positive things that they're saying to others. And sometimes what we can't see, our Creator can see. Other people can see. And maybe it's just the protection. Maybe the rejection, or what feels like rejection, is the protection of protecting us from a person that's not meant to go with us. That's not meant to be in our lives right now. That's not meant to go that extra mile with us because they are not worthy. Because they have not paid the cost, because they haven't done what they need to do in their own life to get in our lives. Family, we have things that we need to work on. And if we're being honest with ourselves, the timing may not be right. And just because we want a thing doesn't mean that we should have it right now. And just because we want a person doesn't mean that we should have that right now, family. And we get so sad and down on ourselves when things don't work out. It didn't work out because it wasn't designed to. Because hindsight being 2020, looking back, you know that person wasn't the one. Yo, we sit here and try to lie to ourselves because we want to feel good. And everyone wants to feel good, but nobody wants to be good. And if you're being good, and if you're being honest with yourself, that wasn't meant to be. And we try to force things because we want to save face, because we have egos, because we think that that is the best thing that we could ever have. And that is far from the truth. It didn't work because he or she was not the one. That's why. And sometimes we don't have the explanations that we need. But the reality is, if the door was closed and it wasn't meant to be right now, maybe in the future it can be meant to be. If that's what makes you feel good, that that person that's not here in the now could be here in the future. But for right now, that is not meant to be. And what's meant to be is you. Staying in your frame, you knowing who you are, loving yourself, feeling value within yourself, and knowing that there is better waiting for you. And another reason it didn't work out is because sometimes our focus needs to be redirected. We really need to just switch gears, see things in a different way. We may be running and chasing a job when there's a better opportunity waiting for us, but because maybe we're impatient, because we want that thing now, because we're so worried about what we don't have that we jump to the next thing that we think is best. And we jump and do something, and then we get fired. And then the opportunity that we want, we see it no longer as an opportunity. And now we're frustrated. But then 2 months later, a day later, who knows however long later, something better comes. And we're so thankful that that situation didn't work out. How many of us have been in situations and relationships where we're thankful that it did not work out? I know I have, but my focuses had to be redirected. I had to think differently. I had to go in that inner place to find the confidence, the courage, the strength, the perseverance, the everything that I needed to go that extra mile. No, it didn't work out because it wasn't meant to. It didn't work out because it wasn't designed to. And as much as it hurts, it didn't work out because it wasn't meant to be right now. And I know that's hard to accept when we want what we want. And I know that that's hard to hear when we want who we want, but it didn't work out because there is a reason. And we got to start changing our focus as family. At the end of the day, what matters is you getting to a place of being happy. We spend so much time as people trying to build up somebody else, trying to make a situation work, trying to fit a square inside of a circle, trying to do the things that aren't meant to be done, all because we want to feel good, because we don't want to be alone on holidays, because we don't want to be single, or we don't want to be jobless. And sometimes we're in seasons in our lives where we have to go within, where we have to have seasons of isolation to work on ourselves and to work on the things that we need to work on in our lives. It didn't work out because it wasn't meant to work out in this season, because there's something better waiting. There's someone better waiting, and you know it, but it doesn't feel good when you don't have the thing that you want. And family, we as humans think that we will feel better in the having of a thing. But the reality is you can feel better now, that you don't have to wait to have that thing or that person that you think you want to feel better. You can feel better now. In the absence of that thing, you can feel better now. And when you get to feeling good about yourself and about who you are, you just somehow tend to attract all the good things, all the money, all the abundance, all the people that you want. We have to change our focus. And the focus needs to be on the things that are going to make us better people, make us whole, make us feel better, so that we can be better for the world, for our God, for our family, for society, for everyone that is in our life, for the people that we have fiduciary responsibility over. Family, we have to value ourselves more. And we have to understand that it didn't work out because it wasn't meant to be, that we may be in a season where we have to work. Because nothing works unless we work. Nothing. You can have all the things. You can have the relationship that you want, the job that you want, the money that you want, the situations that you want. But if you are not whole, if you do not feel good, if you are not good, nothing works unless you do, family. And a lot of times things don't work because you are meant to be resilient. When you have so many doors that are closing left to right, so many no's, so many broken relationships, so many missed opportunities, it weighs heavy. It makes you feel cynical. It makes you feel like maybe it's you, like maybe you're the problem, like what's wrong with me? But the reality is, family, it's all designed to make you stronger. And what feels like a tearing down could actually be a building up. And what feels like a falling apart could truly be a falling together. It didn't work because it wasn't designed to work. Because there is greater for you and there is better for you, family. Because there is somebody better waiting for you. Once you heal, once you get to the place where you need to be, there is somebody better waiting. That you don't have to squeeze so tight and hold the thing that you think you want, because the things you want, you don't have to squeeze and hold and force to be with you. The things you want to be there. And they want to stay. And the people don't want to leave because they're meant to be in your life. Every single thing that you want is coming to you. Every single thing that you want is coming to you. You don't have to sit there and force it. You don't have to force anything. You can sit and surrender and attract all things, because this is your life and you are co-creating your life with your God, your believer, whatever you believe in. You are co-creating the life that you are meant to live. And when things don't work out, I know it feels like you're taking a blow. I really need money right now. I really need a relationship right now. I could really benefit from having a spouse or a mate. I could really benefit from having a better job, being in a better house, being in a better situation. But I promise you, family, one day you're going to look back and be thankful that you didn't get that thing that you thought you wanted. You're going to look back and be thankful for the doors that closed, probably more than you're going to be thankful for the doors that opened. Because like I said earlier, sometimes the best investments are the ones that we do not make. And sometimes the things that we think we want aren't the things that we truly need. So if we can just be patient and surrender and understand and know that every single thing that we want is coming to us because we're doing the work. Family, you're doing the work. Let me get closer. You're doing the work. And every single thing that you want is coming your way. And maybe that door closed. And maybe that person walked out. And maybe that situation didn't work. Or they left, he left, or she left. And you're sad. And I get that. But one day you're going to look back and be thankful that it didn't work out because something greater, someone greater, something better is coming your way 100%. But you got to believe it. Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. When people come into your life, everything starts going good for them. They get blessed. They get lucky breaks. Things are going well for them on the job, well for them in their personal lives, well for them in their professional life. Everything is on the up and up. When they get into your anointing, they just become better. They start looking good. Their skin clears up. You hear what I'm saying? Their outfits are now different. They're dressing all nice, looking all good, looking all fancy, smelling good. They got a new swag about themselves. Everything has changed for the better when they get in your life, because you have inspired them and you have started to make them so much more than they were. And at some point, family, they started to take you for granted. They literally started taking you for granted. They thought your anointing was their own. I'll wait. They thought your anointing was their own. And I heard my homeboy say it best. He said, I took her to eat a 5-course meal and she thought she can get that anywhere. And so these people are feeling like your anointing and your blessing is their own. So they start to feel themselves. They start to really feel themselves. They feel like they're a big them. They feel like it's them and not you. It was them that got them to where they are. It was them that made them who they are. It was them that got the lucky breaks. And it was them that put themselves in a position to win. All the while, they had support from you. They had love from you, kindness, you going out your way, helping them financially, helping them with their kids, helping them in their lives, doing countless things for these individuals, all for them to take you for granted? Oh, okay. And so you got to that point where you were like, yo, I can't do this anymore. And you decided to leave. And this may have taken you some time, maybe months, maybe years, but you decided that you were going to leave because you were not dealing with that. And you no longer wanted to play a part in their story. You no longer wanted to deal with that foolishness that they were on, because now they feeling themselves. Now they think they're better than you. Now they think they are the thing. And you're like, yo, I'm not dealing with this because I don't have to. So you decided that you were going to leave, and they never even saw it coming. They did not see it coming. It is hitting them like a ton of bricks because you decided that you was going to get up and walk out. And when you moved on, it hit them like a ton of bricks because they never, ever saw it coming. And at some point, family, they started to realize that it was you the whole doggone time. It was you the whole time. Those lucky breaks that they were getting, gone. I'll wait. Where? Where's the lucky break? Those wonderful friends and people and colleagues and business partners that were in their lives, gone. Those anointings and blessings that were coming their way, just falling out of the sky, gone. All of the hard work that they did, or that they thought they did because they attributed it to themselves, led to nothing. Everything that they touched fell to the ground. I mean, it's done. It's gone. The anointing is gone. And they are starting to realize it was them the whole doggone time. And it doesn't feel good. And I don't wish bad on anyone, y'all. I really, really don't. Y'all know I care and I got a good heart. I do not wish bad for anyone. But you reap what you sow, more than you sow, for later than you sow. And that is not me being mean. That's facts. So when you left their life, a lot of these individuals' families started to really fall apart. And they realized that the anointing was you. And it was you the whole time. And it is hitting them like bricks. They are stunned because the reality is, family, like I say all the time, who doesn't want to be close to the sun? I'll wait. Who doesn't want to be close to the sun? When they were with you, it was so warm. It was so warm and nice. And now they're cold. They're so cold. It's so cold without you, because when they were with you, you were the sun. And who doesn't want to be a part of a winning team? You are a winning team. You and you equals win, right? So when they were in your life and they were winning, they thought it was them, but it wasn't. It was you the whole time, because you have a way of making people better, making them stronger, motivating them, captivating them, inspiring them, helping them to be a better version of themselves. That is you. That is the gift that comes with you. And that's what I say all the time to people. I'm like, yo, we underestimate ourselves and undermine ourselves because we are stronger than we think we are. We come with so much more than we give ourselves credit for. We are a blessing. We come in people's lives. We go in companies. We go in spaces, and we make every single thing better simply because we're us, because we're anointed, chosen to be great and to do great and be the person that we're called to be. We're walking in our purpose and we're doing the work. And a lot of times, family, people want to naturally attach themselves to you because you are naturally doing the work. They want to naturally come in your life and take a seat in your life because you are doing the work. And who doesn't want to be close to the sun? And you, as a loving, kind, and giving and caring person, are there for everyone. You have everybody's back. You're doing everything that you can to make everyone's life better until you get to the point where you no longer want to do that. Because after a while, you're not going to allow people to treat you wrong, play in your face, tap dance all on your heart. You're not doing that because you don't have to. And when you left their lives, y'all, it's hitting them like a ton of bricks. They didn't see it coming. I promise you they didn't see it coming because they thought they were the thing. When you told them you were gone, you were leaving, you were done, they was cool with that. They thought they were the thing. And in their mind, oh, I'm good. When they leave, I'll be better. But that's not what happened. Because when you left, your anointing left, your favor left, your blessing left, everything left with you. And they know it because they feel it. And when you left, so many things fell apart for them. So many things fell apart for them. Those lucky breaks fell apart. Those opportunities fell apart. Those deals that were supposed to be done and closed fell apart, yo. Because at the end of the day, you don't get the right to treat good people the way they treated people. You don't get the right to treat you the way they treated you because you are a blessing. And they didn't see it, so now they hurting. And now they're realizing it was you the whole doggone time. And here's why they're realizing that. They're living in regret, in remorse, starting to realize it was you the whole time, thinking about all the things that you used to do for them, thinking about all the places that you used to go, how they could have treated you better, how they could have treated your family better, your kids better, how they could have loved you more, respected you more, and given more to you. And they're realizing that because their stuff is falling apart. Sometimes, family, when you're in someone's life, and I say this all the time, when you're dealing with someone on a relational level, whether that's a friend, whatever relationship it is, gratitude turns to expectation when people start to take you for granted. So instead of them being grateful for you, they started expecting things out of you. And that's not how that's going to go, because you woke up and you said, you are this, I am that, and this is not that. Because you're not going to deal with the foolishness. So now they're living in regret. And the crazy part about it is they didn't have to live in regret because they didn't have to do the things that they did that caused you to want to walk out and leave. And it frustrates me so much because people be having these good friends, these good people in their lives, and they sit there and take it for granted all the time. For what? For what? Just to end up alone like them? Just to end up unhappy like them, living in regret and living remorseful? For what? Because they didn't do what they need to do when they had you. Yo, they had the blessing the whole doggone time, and they didn't even realize it until it was too late. And it just gets to a point, family, how many times are people going to allow their blessings to leave their lives and not even see it as a blessing until it's too late? We got to get beyond that. And I'm hoping for all of y'all watching this video that you do not lose any more of your blessings, the things that you're able to control, the way that you treat people, the way that you love yourself, the energy you give off. You got to really know and trust that you are a good person and you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. You don't want to end up like these people. Would you want a life without you? Would you want to be without you? No, you bring a lot to the table. You did everything for her. You did everything for her. You did everything for him. And where did that result? Them acting a fool, and now you have to remove yourself from their lives, and now they're sitting and living in regrets. And it didn't even have to come to that point. For what? Now they sit and they got to watch you win. No, seriously. Now they got to sit and slick stalk you on social media, worry about what you're doing, hear from family and friends what you're on, and that could have been them in your lives. And so now they're dwelling on past mistakes, dwelling on missed opportunities. And I promise you, hear me when I say this, family, if these people could turn back the hands of time, I promise you they would. If they could turn back the hands of time, they would turn back the hands of time. But they cannot. And another reason it is hitting them like a ton of bricks is because they are literally living in resentment and jealousy. Now they got to watch you win. They won't see you, but they'll see you. They won't speak to you, but they'll hear about you. They are literally watching you win. Family, I promise you, a lot of times you think that just because a person moved on, that they're not watching you. That you really think that they left your life. You really think that a lot of these people left your life and they're not keeping up with you. Just because you don't see them liking your things on social media, or you may not see them in public, you don't think that they're following you, trying to get to know more about you, asking questions about, they are watching your every move. And it is so hard to watch the person you let go win. It is so hard to watch these individuals walk out and you had the blessing the whole time. That is like ultimate punishment, and a punishment and a prison that they put themselves in. They gotta watch you win. Like, who wants that fate? And that is the fate that they've created for themselves. That's why they're so resentful. That's why they're sitting there sad, miserable, jealous because when they were with you, they was on what you were on. When they were with you, they were chasing the bag just like you were. When they were with you, they were moving upwards. They were moving upwards when they were with you. Upwards. They were better people in better positions, doing big and better things in their lives. They were able to take care of their families as a result of you. They were making more quality decisions, investing, doing things that they normally wouldn't do had you not been in their lives. And now they got to watch you win. What a sad fate, y'all. And we don't wish bad on anybody, but it's so sad that they got to sit there and watch you win. And they were not the people that get to experience it with you. It was you the whole doggone time. And now they're confused. It is literally hitting them like a ton of bricks. Because they are confused, they're like, did I really make that mistake? Did I really let him walk out of my life? Him, the best man I ever had. Him that did everything for me. Did I lose a good man? Some of these dudes are like, did I lose a good woman? Did I really let her walk out of my life all because my ego got the best of me? These people are sitting there confused because in their minds, they're like, how did I? As smart as I am, because they think they're smart. You know they got egos and they arrogant. So in their minds, they're like, how did I make that mistake to lose that person? So they're questioning themselves and they are big mad with themselves. Like, they're mad with the people in their lives because some of them have people in their life supporting them, not treating you the right way, taking you for granted because they thought that you would always be there. They thought that you would never, ever, ever leave, that you would never, ever walk away. They thought that you would always be there, but they thought wrong. They bet wrong, they thought wrong, they did wrong, and they are wrong, and they feel it, y'all. So they're sitting here living in confusion, very uncertain. Some of them are sitting there with her. They got a new her. Some of them are sitting there with him. They got a new him, and they're like, they are not the person I left. They are not the person I lost. They are not the person that I had in my life. They're sitting there with a person that's not even you because you were the prototype the whole time. Y'all, tell me I'm lying that you were not the prototype the whole time. I'll wait. You tell me where there is another you. I'll wait. Where? Where is there another you? Who is on what you're on? Who is going to put up with them? Let's take it a step further. Who going to deal with them? Because you put up with so much that I don't think the typical man or woman would put up with the things you put up with them. Who? So now they're sitting here. They done got out there. They're living in confusion, living in lack, living in uncertainty, wishing and hoping and praying and wondering if they could just make their way back to you because they're confused and they're not sure. if they made the right decision on letting you walk out their lives, yo, it's hitting them like a ton of bricks. They had you the whole time, fumbled the ball, and they let you go. They let you leave. They let you walk away, and they cannot believe the decision that they made because they had the one the whole time, and now it's gone. And a lot of them are angry. They're so angry. They're upset because now in their mind, like, yo, hold up. I miss my good life. I miss how my life was when I was with them. I miss the blessings I was getting, the anointing I was getting, the finances, the praise, the happiness. They miss it all, yo. And they wish they could come back. I'm telling you what I know. They literally wish that they could have it all back. And it's so sad when you got to sit there and watch someone else win. And now you're mad at yourself. You know they don't like to be mad at themselves. Some of them are narcissists. They're literally having to question themselves, and they're angry because you're gone. Some of them want to start a smear campaign. They want to start talking mess about you. One of the lessons I learned in my life, family, is that we will always be a victim in someone else's story. So now they've made you a victim in their story. You didn't even do nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong, but you're a victim in their story. Now they're spreading lies and rumors about you, all because they're mad that they let a real one go. All because they're mad, because the reality is, if they were truly admitting the truth to the people they're talking to, they would not leave out the part that they let a real one go. Because that's exactly what they're feeling. It's hitting them like a ton of bricks, bro. I'm telling you what I know. And it's so sad because here you are, moved on, doing better than ever, living better than ever. Some of y'all done moved on to new relationships, new things, new husbands, new wives, new people, and these people got to watch you win? No. That's a sad, sad fate. So in conclusion, family, it is hitting them like a ton of bricks. They never saw it coming. You probably surprised yourself when you decided that you was going to get up. Sometimes, family, a person can do so many things to hurt you. And it's just that one thing that they do, and it may not even be all that bad. And you're like, you know what? I think I'm done. Like, I think I'm done dealing with her. I think I'm done dealing with him. It's time for me to walk away. And family, all day, I want you to know your worth. And I know it doesn't feel good when you're going through breakups and when you're going through hard times, especially when holidays are here, when Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all the seasons come where you feel like you should be with somebody, where you feel like you should be in the company of a loved one. But I want you to know, family, that there's love all around you. And you may not have that person there. Some of us have the people there, and we don't even want to be with the people that we have. So we all tend to feel it on some end in some part of our lives. But family, your goal is to get to happy. And to be in a happy, healthy relationship first with self, and a happy, healthy relationship with your significant other. They are feeling it, y'all. It is hitting them like a ton of bricks. They never saw it coming, and they never thought they would have lost you. They thought that your anointing was their own. They made the mistake. Yo, they let the devil fool them. They really made a mistake into thinking that if you walked out of their lives, another you would show up. I will wait. Where's the other you? Where? Who? Her? She's the other you. Him? That new dude, their new supply. That's supposed to be the other you, man. Please get out of here, yo. They could never. They could never. And they're really starting to realize that the blessing was with you the whole damn time, yo. And they missed out on that. They missed out on their opportunity there. Y'all, I really want you to think about this. Think about what their lives could have been like had they stayed with you. You took some of these people out of poverty, and I am not even trying to be funny. And they sat there and took you for granted. And instead of looking at you as someone they love, they started to look at you as an opportunity. And they thought they can capitalize off of you, leverage off of you, tap dance all on your heart, play all in your face. And they thought that your blessing was their own, that your anointing was theirs. And so they thought that they could just move forward and things work out for them. They thought they can treat you the way they treated you and move forward and things just work out for them. And they found out quickly, family, that was not the case. That was not the case. They are living in regret, in resentment, sad, having nostalgia, thinking about the good times y'all shared, wondering what you're doing, wishing and hoping and praying that they'll get the opportunity to be in your good graces, looking at the person that they're with now and regretting their decision. Yo, they are doing all the things, every single emotion, they are experiencing it, all because they made the wrong decision. And family, I want you to know who you are. You are the truth. On a bad day, yo, your worst day is better than their best day. You are the truth, the chosen one, a real one, a wonderful, beautiful person. It doesn't matter what day of the year it is. It could be Thanksgiving, it could be Christmas, it could be any day of the year. Trust and know that you are making the right decisions to move forward and to be happy and to find happiness right where you are. And you don't have to wait for a person to come into your life. Some of us think that we will be happy in the having of a thing. That if I have him, if I have her, then I'll be happy. But the reality is you can be happy right now. You can be happy right where you stand. And then those good blessings come. Those good people come. And you're not going to have to worry about the person that's meant for you walking out of your life. That's not going to be your story because they're not going to do that to you. At the end of the day, family, whether you speak with these people, hear from these people, know anything about these people, trust and know it's hitting them like a ton of bricks. I promise you, I know what I'm talking about. They're wishing and hoping and praying and hoping that they can even hear your voice. They want to turn back the hands of time, but they can't, yo, because they fumbled the ball. And you're deciding in all of your good worth and graces that you're moving forward with your life, that you deserve a better woman. Yo, you a whole king out here chasing her. Oh, please, run it back. Yeah, we forget who we are when we're dealing with people that are not even our people. So it's hitting them like a ton of bricks. If this is making you feel good, what I'm saying, it should, because I'm telling you the truth. Whether you speak to them or hear from them, it is hitting them like a ton of bricks. They wish they could be with you. They are watching you and they are living in regrets, all because they made very bad decisions. But all you can do is keep moving forward. And if that person is meant for you, if somebody new is meant for you, you'll know it because you'll feel it and your life will be different. Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. A lot of people dislike you in public, but secretly admire you in private. Make it make sense. They dislike you in public, but they secretly admire you in private. A lot of times, family, people really act like they're not watching you, but they are. They act like they don't see you, but they see you. And at the end of the day, people do things for whatever reasons they do things. And I a long time ago, stopped trying to figure people out. But what I do know is you have a lot more admirers than you think. And sometimes these people are admiring you from afar. And here's why. A lot of times people have hidden admirations and insecurities. They literally are admiring you. It's something about you that they like. It's the way that you move. It's your energy. It's the things that you're doing. It's what you're on, and they like it. And they may not be able to admit it. Maybe they want to go against the grain and act like they don't see you. They want to act like you're not doing the thing. They want to act like you're not the thing, but we all know the truth, family. Because these people are literally genuinely impressed by you. They are genuinely impressed by you, but for whatever reason, they can't make that known. They can't make it public. To me, that sounds like a hater, but there are a lot of people like that. And I learned maybe these individuals have feelings of inadequacies, feelings of judgments. Maybe they feel like they can't measure up to you, or maybe they feel like you're doing something that them within themselves, for whatever reason, are not capable of doing. And a lot of times people feel like if they acknowledge your success, they are in some way diminishing their own self-worth. Like they can't even tell you that they know you're doing great because they feel like it's going to hurt them. And I learned, family, if you just appear to be winning, if you just look like you're winning, that's hard for a lot of people. If you are carrying the energy of winning, people cannot accept that because that is hard for them. Because as they're admiring you, they're trying to figure out why you're so happy, why your life is working out, why things appear to be working out for you. And they don't even know what you got going on. They don't even know the hard work that you're doing behind the scenes. All they know is they see you being great and they can't take it. Because a lot of times, family, individuals believe in their mind that they should be winning too. They're trying to figure out, how are you winning and they're not? Some of them feel like they're better, or they have more, or can do more, or if given your same opportunity, they could flip it better. And that's the sad part, because the reality is they can't even be happy for you and your greatness. So they want to watch and admire from afar. But hey, it makes no sense. And another reason why they're watching you but acting like they're not is because people are projecting their insecurities. They are literally projecting their insecurities because they're insecure about their own abilities, insecure about their own capabilities, what they can do, insecure about who they are. So now they feel a way about you. And you got to understand, family, you truly move different. You are different. You carry yourself differently. A lot of people don't even know what's going on in your life because you're not telling them. Because you actually keep your business to yourself, because the way you move, you keep that under wraps. So it appears that things are easier for you. It appears that life is oh so easy, but that might not be the case. But to them, it is. And when you move about life in a different manner, people perceive you in a different way. So now they're looking for flaws in you. They're looking to find something wrong with you. They're trying to poke holes and crack holes and find out things about you that you've not shared with anybody, because these individuals are insecure. Because it makes no sense. Why are you out here waiting for someone to fail? And that's what they're doing. They're so frustrated that your life is going great and they're waiting for you to fail. And the sad part, family, a lot of times this is your winning season. You've gone through really challenging things in your life and you're healing and you're just coming out of it and you're just becoming a better person. All for people to hate on you? All for them to judge you and be mad because you're winning? No, that doesn't make any sense, and it's not fair. But I learned that when people focused on the perceived flaws and weaknesses in others, they temporarily alleviate their own self-doubt. So they want to feel good about being bad. They want to feel good about not being in a good place. They want to compare themselves to you. They want to compare their lives to you, but there's no comparison. And another reason they're watching you but acting like they're not and hoping that maybe you don't make it is, family, these people have a competitive nature. They are so competitive for no reason. They are envious of you. Envious of you. A lot of times y'all help these people out. Y'all were there for these individuals. You're trying to figure out why they don't like you. They don't like you because you're shining so bright. And what do I say all the time? You are the sun. Who doesn't want to be close to the sun? I'll wait. Who doesn't want to be close to the sun? And so now they got to watch you win. After they saw you in a tough place, now they got to watch you win. She thought when she got done with you and when she broke up with you that she was going to find you where she left you. I'll wait. Where? So they don't expect to see you anywhere different than you were before. They don't expect to see that. So a lot of times when they're looking at you being envious, thinking that they can compete where they don't compare, it never works out for them. Because the reality is, family, you are putting yourself out there. Some of y'all done went and started businesses. You're doing things differently. You're blazing new trails. You are creating content. You are putting yourself out there for all to see what you're doing. And you're taking risks. So every single thing that you're doing is different than what you did the day before. It's different than what you did the time before. It's different because you're a whole new and different person. And so now you're putting yourself out there on the chopping block for those to judge. And that's cool. Because at the end of the day, you're doing what you're called to do. You're doing the things that you need to do every single time. And a lot of people don't like that, family, because now you're walking on water. Now you're walking on water. You are literally changing your life, co-creating your life with God, your creator, whoever. You are co-creating your life, and they don't like it. Because at the end of the day, they thought that they were going to find you where they left you. Absolutely not. You are 100% upgrade. You are you 5.0. And it's so crazy to me because some people truly view success as like a zero-sum game. Meaning if you're successful, then in some way they lost. Like just because you're winning, they are losing. They really think that. They think that just because you're winning, they are losing. And that is not the case. You're not checking for these people. You're not concerning yourself with what they're doing and who they're with and what they are. No, you are running your race. And you are focused on the things that you've been called to do. And you are doing the things that you've been called to do because you want more and you want better for your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's so frustrating when they're out here acting like they don't see you. Family, some of y'all are out here putting on a whole show. You are out here putting on a whole show and they want to act like they don't see you. Oh, please. I'll wait. They literally want to act like they don't see you. No, they're mad because some of them lost the best thing they ever had, the best relationship, the best friend. They lost it when they lost you. And I said this before, a lot of times, family, when you go in someone's life, you change their whole life. You change their energy. You change the game. You make them want to be more, want to have more and do more. You single-handedly change their lives. They were never, ever ready for a person like you to enter in their lives. And just as quick as you entered in, when you removed yourself, they felt it. They literally felt your absence. So now they got to watch you win. Imagine how difficult that is to watch you win, to be the person that had you the whole time, the person that took you, and they took you for granted now. And now they got to watch you win. And they never thought that they would see it. They literally never thought that you would change. They never thought that you would be better. So now all of a sudden they want to be envious. Why? For what? I'll wait. Why? Because they're mad that you upgraded yourself. Because they're mad that you decided to move forward with your life. Absolutely not. No, they're mad at themselves. They're mad at themselves because they let a good thing go and they sat there in their lives and did nothing. And that is not your responsibility or your fault. You are moving forward in your life. So if they want to sit there and be threatened by your accomplishments and be threatened by the things that you're doing and be frustrated and mad and be envious, that has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with them because they had their opportunity. They had their opportunity in your lives, family. And some people you don't even know. And this is how they feel about you. They literally don't even know you, but want to make judgments and assumptions, all because you look like you're winning. All because you have an unfair advantage. All because you are you. And at the end of the day, family, when you are chosen and when you are carrying something great, unfortunately, that's how the game goes sometimes. You will always have haters and naysayers and people that come in your life and try to tell you who you are and try to tell you who you're not and try to make you to become someone that you're not and judge you and talk about you and criticize you and dislike you. But the reality is they truly admire you. Because at the end of the day, you're doing all the things that they wish they could do, but for some reason, they think they cannot. And another reason, family, that they're watching you but acting like they're not and maybe hoping that you don't make it is because they have unresolved conflicts or maybe resentment towards you. Maybe you and this person had a past issue, a past disagreement, a past breakup, and they cannot let that go. They cannot let you go. Literally, their anger turns to acrimony. Like, this is how much some of these people dislike you for nothing. Like, you've done nothing to these people but granted them their wishes and got on with your life. You gave them an opportunity to change. You told them what you needed and what you desired for your relationship to work and be healthy, and they still couldn't hold the shield. They literally still couldn't hold the shield. Now, all of a sudden, because you moved on and you're winning, they're mad. Because they have unresolved issues with you. Some of y'all don't even remember the situations you dealt with these people. You're not keeping score. Yeah, you knew something happened. Y'all broke up. Maybe it wasn't the greatest of situations, but you're not even concerned with that. That is the past. You literally are moving forward to a new future, to an unknown future, and you are not living in a past. But these people, they wake up downloading negative thoughts, thinking about you. Thinking about the things that you did, right? Or thinking about the decision that they made because, family, a lot of these people bet wrong. Tell me I'm lying. A lot of these people bet wrong. They sat here and thought that if they removed you from their lives, that their life would be better. They thought that that new person was oh so much better for them. That this new person was every single thing that they need because this new person is stroking their ego, making them feel like the one, making them feel important, telling them all the things they want to hear, stroking their whole ego. And now they realize that you were the one, that you were the prototype. And now they have to watch you win. Like, that is so, like, imagine being Beyonce's ex-boyfriend. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of times these people, they bet wrong. And they could have stayed and made things work, but for whatever reason, they chose not to. So now they want to dislike you. Now they want to act like they don't like what you're on because they got to watch you win. But the reality is they're secretly admiring you. Come on now. And that's what I always say, family. We sit here and think that when relationships are over, because maybe someone told us something mean or said something that hurt us, you think that these people just moved on. I'll wait. You think that these people found another you? Oh, please, yo. Okay, how do I say this? Let me get closer when I say this. There is no other you. They did not, they searched far and wide. They went to the east, they went to the west, they went to the north, they went to the south. And I'm here to tell you, there is no other you. So whoever they think they met, whoever they got entangled with, whatever relationship they had, whatever new friendship they had, it was not you. Because they will never find another you, ever. Because there is only one you. And this is how you have to feel about yourself when these people want to come and hate on you. When they want to act like they're done with you, but they're really not done, no. Because a lot of people say that they're done, but they are not done. Where? We're like, what? Where are they going to go? I'll wait. Where? Where are they going to go? To who? Because no one is on what you're on and no one's doing what you're doing because you carry that energy of greatness. And I mean that when I say it. So a lot of times when these people have these unresolved issues that they think they have with you, no, they have those issues within themselves. They have unresolved issues, frustration and anger within themselves and towards themselves that has nothing to do with you, not anymore, because your part in that story is over. And their part in your life is over. And at the end of the day, I know that's hard to accept when they got to watch you win. And a lot of us, we've surprised ourselves, family. You out here really killing the game and giving them all a show. You can hardly believe it because you remember where you were before you got here. You remember the pain that you went through before you got here. You remember the stress that you endured before you got here. No, you deserve to win. And they want to sit there and act like they don't see you. They see you. And another reason, family, that they watch you, but they act like they don't, is because they have misguided jealousy. They are a confused fan. They have misguided jealousy. And I'm going to tell you something, family. A lot of times you have these natural talents, these unfair advantages. Sometimes some of y'all can sing. Some of y'all can dance. Some of y'all are good at business. Some of y'all can create. Some of you can use your minds and come up with new and great concepts. That is hard for these people to see because they don't have these unfair advantages that you have. So when they had you in their lives, they fumbled the ball yet again, right? And so now they're mad. But the reality is they're jealous because they didn't think that you would overcome what you overcame. And now they want to compare themselves to you. And it makes no sense to me. You're not comparing yourselves to them. Like, you literally are not comparing yourself to them. You are moving forward and moving on in your life because you understand how precious life is and how short life is and that it's going to take you to get you to the next level, not them. And so now they want to sit here and have secret jealousy towards you. Sit here and not celebrate you. Like, if they're watching your social media, the least they can do is like it. But they can't even do that because that's going to show you that they're watching. I'm telling you what I know, family. These individuals are so jealous because they're comparing themselves to you. They're comparing their lives to you. They're realizing what they lost real quick. Really? Think about it. They're literally realizing what they lost. So they want to act like they don't like you, but we all know the truth. And so now they want to subconsciously root for you to fail. Wake up and hoping that things don't work out for you, hoping that you're going to fall. And here's what I learned. A lot of times, family, when these people leave your lives, they honestly believe that you will not find anything better than them. Like, they literally put themselves on a pedestal, and we put them on a pedestal too, right? It's a shared responsibility. But a lot of these people see themselves as so much better that they never thought that you would move on and be better and find better. But you did, though. Because what happens when they think that you won't find better, but you did? And that's exactly how it's going in your life. Every single thing in your life is turning around for you. And suddenly things are getting better. And suddenly things change just like that. And suddenly your life got better just like that. And now they got to watch and be jealous, right? And be a hater. For what? You're not even studying these individuals. You're moving on with your life and doing the things that you've been called to do, but they can't see it that way because they're so frustrated and they're so mad at themselves. So I want you to understand, family, that a lot of these things that these people are doing have way more to do with them than with you. Their issues and feelings have every single thing to do with them, more so than it does with you. And their feelings of being hateful and being upset and being angry, all because you're winning, that they want to sit here and wish bad for you. They want to sit here and secretly watch you, but act like they don't. Act like they don't see you. Act like they dislike you. Family, that's a them issue. Because like I said before, it is truly a hidden admiration. Truly, they truly admire you. They truly wish that they could be back in your presence. They truly wish that they could be on the winning team. They wish that they can come back in your life. It felt so good when they were with you. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, when they're not with you, oh, it's cold. It's so cold, right? It's so cold without you. But that is the decision that they chose. And that is the decision that they made for themselves. And now they got to watch you win. When they were a part of the winning team the whole time, it behooves me. It makes no sense to me that these people can have every single thing in their lives and throw it away for lesser. Because that's what they did. So now they have to watch you win. And now they got to project their insecurities on you, all because they're feeling away. All because they're mad because you're successful and you're doing great things. They want to project their feelings on you when this has nothing to do with you. But because you're different and because you're moving like the one, because you're acting like you're chosen, because you're winning in this season of your life, they feel away. And now they want to compete. But the reality is they can't compete where they do not compare. And they're realizing that, family. And whatever unresolved issues that they have towards you and resentment towards you has nothing to do with you. They need to let it go because you did. Because you're moving forward. It's very evident and very obvious in your life that you're deciding to move forward. You're not going back there. You're not dealing with her. You're not dealing with him. You're deciding that you want new and better for your life. So you're trailing a new path. You are blazing a new trail. You are becoming a new person. And like I've said before, and I'll say it again, when you overcome and you overcome and you overcome, you become someone new every single time. And now they have to watch. And whose fault is that? Because they had a front row seat to your life. And now they want to be jealous and they don't even know it. And that's the sad part, family. And like I said, if you really think about these individuals and think about why they are the way that they are, you are not going to be able to figure it out. Because I learned that we can't figure people out, that people do what they want to do for their own reasons, that people do the things that they want to do because that's what they want to do. And all we can do is pray for these people, hope they heal, hope they move on. But at the end of the day, you're not going backwards. You are only ever moving forward because that's what you're called to do. And all these people that you think are out here not seeing you, moving on, moved on to a new relationship, dating him, dating her, y'all really think these people moved on? Come on, man. You already know they're not. They're sitting here realizing, man, I bet wrong. No, they're moving on because they have to. They're moving on because they have to, because you are gone. What are they going to do? You are moving forward and you are gone. And you've given individuals chance after chance and chance after chance. And I do believe that people change. And I do believe that things get better. And maybe these individuals will end up back in your life if that's your choice. But at the end of the day, it is such a tough thing for them to watch you win. And they want to sit there and act like they don't see you. Man, listen, they won't see you, but they'll see you. And you know what I mean. They'll see you because you're doing the things. You're moving forward. You're walking on water. You're blazing a new trail. You are overcoming and becoming someone new. Why wouldn't they see you? Why wouldn't they? And I'm so proud of you, family, as you move forward, because we all know how hard it is to change. But true change happens when you wake up and decide that you want to do something new and different than you did the day before. True change is you making a mental decision that you want different for your life. And that is what you're doing. So these people that were in your lives that had you, that no longer do, sorry, not sorry, right? Sounds like their loss, not yours. Because you win every time, because you are the chosen one and you know who you are and you're moving forward and you are really, really becoming the person that you've always wanted to be. And it hasn't been easy, but you're putting in the work and you're doing the work. So let them watch and continue putting on a show, because that's all they'll see as you continue to grow. And if they think they're seeing something now, they ain't seen nothing yet, because you're not stopping. You're moving forward and you're blazing a new trail. They act like they don't see you, but they do, wishing that you won't win. But the reality is you're already winning and will continue to do so. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. I remember years ago dating someone and they ghosted me, like did not call me for 5 days straight. And I remember I called them one time, they didn't answer. I sent a text message, they didn't respond, but they were active on social media. And I remember at the time I was like, yo, this is so whack. So I moved on. 5 days later, they call me. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I had a situation in my life and I started to think that maybe I couldn't give you what you needed, but I'm asking you to forgive me and wondering if you would just take me back, right? Craziness. And I think about it now in my mature days in this season of my life. What would I have done if someone ghosted me, came back and asked to come back in my life? And why did they ghost me? And I can laugh about it now, but I remember at the time feeling so hurt, like, did I do something wrong? Did I say something wrong? You know, what's going on? I wonder what they're thinking. I wonder what they're doing. And you realize, family, when people ghost you and when people go no contact, sometimes you just got to fall back and let them be. And there are so many reasons why people do this. And one of the reasons could be they're not interested in a relationship with you. Okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? Now, I don't like the method that they go about it, because if you're not interested, just let me know. You don't have to be disrespectful and ghost, but maybe they're just not interested in a relationship. And that's okay. We accept that for what it is. The issue is if you were not interested in a relationship, why did you pursue in the first place, right? But people do what they want and we can't figure people out. And maybe they went no contact or ghosted you because they are afraid of rejection. Maybe things aren't going so well. So instead of just being mature about it, you know, they just want to not call. In a lot of cases, people are going through difficult times in their lives and they may not be able to communicate that to you. Maybe y'all are not close yet, but they are going through some tough times and they need the space to just step back and figure things out. Or maybe they just don't like conflict. You know, instead of having a conversation, they just fall back because that feels better to them than having a back and forth or a mature adult conversation. And they could be trying to protect you from their own problems. Maybe they feel like, you know, they have so much issues going on in their lives that they cannot give you the love and the support that you truly need and that you truly deserve. So these are some of the reasons why people may ghost or go no contact. And I'm sure there are many other reasons. But if somebody ghosts you, family, I know it hurts. I know it's hard. I know there are so many unanswered questions that you may have for that person. But here are some things that you can do. The first thing to do is 100% accept and honor their decision. That's cool. If they don't want to talk to you, then you do not want to talk to them. If they don't want to speak with you, respect that. You're not going to be blowing someone's phone up. That's not blowing your phone up. You want to give reciprocity. If they are not calling you and texting you, then you don't want to be the one to do that, family, because we have to respect people's wishes, even if we feel like it's not fair. Even if we know that they could have handled that differently, even when we know that that was a complete cop-out, we have to respect and honor their opinions. And we have to respect and honor their decisions that they make for their own lives. And maybe you call them once or twice or 3 times. Maybe you sent a text. Maybe you reached out to them on social media and you hear nothing. You hear crickets. You don't even get a response. They left you on read, right? They're not even picking up the phone. So you have an idea that they don't want to talk. And I get it. Some cases, things can happen. People can be hurt. Situations like that occur. I do get that. But you tried. You reached out. You checked in with them. You tried your very best to communicate with them to no avail. But they're not being responsive. So what are you going to do, family? You can't keep contacting and communicating with a person that is not giving you what you're giving them. You have to accept their decision to end contact. And you have to accept their decision to end communication, because at the end of the day, you have self-respect within you. And you're not going to sit there and make yourself look any kind of way in front of anyone. You don't want to talk to somebody that bad. And another thing that helps, family, is really prioritizing yourself. Do something fun, something that takes your mind off of what that person did, instead of talking about it and worrying and wondering, what are they doing and who are they with? And is she with him? Is he with her? Instead of doing all of that, just truly take the time to sort of fall back and heal and do the things that make you feel good. Do the things that make you feel distracted from that situation, right? Go out, talk on the phone to other people you love, do things that are healthy for your body, your mind, and your soul, so that you don't have to keep focusing on them and what they're doing in the season. And another thing I learned, family, you truly want to limit the amount of contact you're giving this person. Stop calling them, yo. Stop texting them. Stop social media stalking them, right? Like, let them be. They know they haven't talked to you. They know that they haven't picked up the phone. They see your text messages. They look at their phone. They see your calls, but they haven't decided to call you back. So you don't want to be contacting them too much, family, because that doesn't feel good to them. And it certainly could make a situation worse than it is. And regarding social media, you definitely do not want to social media stalk them, family. You don't. For what? So many people are on social media pretending to be something they're not. Pretending to be happy, and they're posting and posting and posting, and they post because they're supposed to be happy. So here you are, not feeling so good, feeling a little sad, and you're going on their social media and it's looking like they're winning. And your whole thing is like, oh, but you can be active on social media, but you can't pick up the phone to call me. You can't acknowledge my text. Family, that's not going to make you feel good. So it's best to stay off of their social media and stay away from all the things that they're doing online, so that you can truly get a grip, focus, and heal and move forward. And I know it's hard, but we have to accept their decision that they want to move forward. And we have to move forward too. And we hope they're okay. We hope they're not sick or something bad happened to them. We hope that they're okay. But while they are not contacting you, you are not going to put your focus and attention on them. You're going to put your focus and attention on you, so that you can move forward and so that you can have better days ahead. Because, family, you are worthy of so much more. You're not anybody's option. You're no one's option, right? You are worthy. You are wonderful. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that when we're going through these difficult situations with these people. And so sometimes, family, these individuals step away. A few days go by, you've moved on, you're feeling good, you're feeling healthy, and all of a sudden, here they come. They call you out the blue. They call you out the blue. They hit you with a, hey, what's going on? Just checking on you. WYD, what you doing? You know, we need to talk. Really? Did we need to talk when I was worried about you not contacting me these last few days? Did we need to talk? Did you concern yourself with anything I was going through when you were going no contact and ghosting me? Like, sometimes you wonder, do these people think about that? But maybe they don't. Maybe they do. Who knows? Because they're not communicating with you. So what do you do, family, if they want to come back? Reflect. You don't have to make a quick decision. Just because they called you, you don't have to rush and pick up your phone to speak to them. They didn't rush and pick up their phone when you were calling them. So you may need some time to think and decide if this is what you truly want. And are you even in a position to engage with them emotionally? Are you even there mentally? When they showed you that they didn't have to talk to you all them days and they come back and they're not even giving you a valid reason, you don't have to jump back into that situation, family. And speaking of a valid reason, if they're coming telling you, something happened or something major happened, maybe you can make more of an excuse for, being forgiven and talking to them again. But if they're just telling you, I just needed some time, okay, time for what? Did you think about that before you engaged me in dating? Did you think about that before you were in my life, blowing me up before you ghosted me? So family, it is time for you to really sit and think about, do you want this person back in your life? Do you want to communicate with them? Because during the time where they weren't calling you, you actually had time to really heal, move forward, and feel good about yourself. And you want to communicate openly. Like, if you do decide to talk to them, you let them know, I don't like how what you did made me feel. I don't appreciate the way you handle things. You could have handled things better, right, family? Because at the end of the day, this is your life, and you decide the players that you want in your life. You decide who's going to take a front row seat to your life. This is your life, not theirs. No, you are the main character of your own story, not them. And people don't get the right to come in and out of your life just because they choose to. They don't get the right to walk in and out of your life. Period. They don't. I'll wait. They don't get the right to walk in and out of your life because you respect them. You're not walking in and out of their life, so they don't have the right to walk in and out of yours. And you have to make that very clear, family, when you're dealing with people and teaching them how to treat you. You have to make that very, very clear because you deserve better all day. And you want to communicate clearly with them so you can let them know what you need in order for both of y'all to move forward. And another thing that's helpful is to set clear boundaries. Like, this is not going to happen again. If this happens again, this is the consequence of that. You let people know your expectations, what you expect, what you need to feel good. Because a lot of times, family, we sit here and allow people to treat us all kinds of ways. We sit here because we're so nice and so kind and so wonderful and allow people to treat us any kind of way. But that's not that. This is not that. And we're not doing that in this season. No, people are going to treat you in a manner that's respectable, loving, and kind, and treat you the way you would want to be treated, period. And if they can't, then they're crossing your boundaries, and maybe they don't need to be in your life. Because a lot of times we do not prioritize our well-being. We allow these toxic relationships, toxic friendships, bad, unnecessary, and unfair situations overcome us. And we put those in place of our personal selves. We put those things in place of us and our well-being and our health. So we're not doing that. We're setting boundaries and communicating clearly about what we want and what we need. And if there is anything that I've learned in all my years of living, is that I learned to not be afraid to walk away. I'll wait. Do not be afraid to walk away, family. At the end of the day, some of the best investments are the ones that you do not make. You cannot be afraid to walk away. This is your life. Your health, your well-being, your safety, your happiness, all of those things are on the line because this is your life. And you cannot be afraid to walk away. Because when they ghosted you and they were out there going no contact, now that they want to come back, family, if you feel like their reasoning for wanting to come back is insincere, if you feel like something doesn't feel good, if you feel like their behavior has not changed, then you can walk away because you don't owe it to them to stay with them because you have to take care of you, yourself, your family, your kids, all the things that you have fiduciary responsibility over, and you need your whole mind. You need to, let me say this again, let me get closer. You need your whole mind because you have to be healthy because at the end of the day, you need you to function. And you can't keep allowing these individuals to come in and out of your lives and tap dance on your heart and play games on you and play in your face. That cannot happen. So you cannot be afraid to walk away. And I promise you, it's probably one of the hardest lessons that I learned because naturally you want to help people and you want to be caring and you want to be loving and you want to be kind and you want to do all the things. But you realize at the end of the day, sometimes you have to walk away. Because quitting while you're ahead is not the same as quitting. And if you're seeing that behavior isn't changing and that a person isn't getting better, Family, you have to make that tough decision, so you cannot be afraid to walk away. So in conclusion, family, if a person wants to come back after they ghosted you, that is entirely up to you. If you want to allow them back in your life, that is entirely up to you. But at some point, you got to get real with yourself. Like, I literally remember going through that time in my life. I had to look myself in the mirror and I had to say, Nicole, what are you doing? Who are you? Who do you want to become? Why are you allowing this foolishness in your life? And sometimes, family, you have to speak to yourself and you have to encourage yourself from allowing yourself to continue to put people as the main character of your story in your own life. You can't keep doing that anymore because you have to remember, they ghosted you. They want no contact. Cool. Bye. And it's not even to be mean, but if they decided that they no longer wanted to play a part in your life, and for whatever reason they didn't want to talk to you or call you, cool. You accept it for what it is, as much as it hurts, because you have your dignity. You have your self-worth. You have your security and the love for yourself to know that you are worthy of a good thing. You're not worthy of that. For a person to walk in and out of your life, every time they feel like going away, they ghost you. They don't call you. They don't respect you. But then when I want to come back in your life, then it's all cool. You accept them with open arms. No. You set the expectation early on that this is not that, that this is not that, and this is not how we're going to handle things. You're not going to allow a woman to walk in and out of your life because she's ungrateful and takes you for granted. You're not going that's not going to happen. You're not going to allow a man to do that to you. You're not going to allow anybody to treat you in a manner that you don't treat yourself. And I am hoping that you're treating yourself good. If they ghost you and go no contact, that is their loss because they can't figure it out within, because they got their own issues going on in their lives, because they have communication problems and they don't know how to speak and communicate as an adult, because they did something wrong and they don't want to talk about their emotions. And you don't need any of that, because in this season, you win. In this season, you are the sun. In this season, you are the winning team. You, nobody else but you. I'll wait. Where? Tell me I'm lying. In this season, you win. So they don't get the right to come in and out of your life. They want to ghost you. They come back with a real reason. Maybe something happened, and whatever their case is or whatever the story is, that's what's up. That's for you to gauge. And that's for you to have discernment and discretion and really decide what you want to do. But we're not going to allow people to come in and out of our lives with these unhealthy patterns and these bad behaviors, because you are not a doormat. They don't get to wipe their feet on you. They don't get to step all on you. No, because you are deserving of so much more. Some of us are whole kings out here, but we're sitting here acting like we're not. All because of her. Absolutely not. Some of us are queens out here and acting like we're not because we allowed them in our lives. That is not going to happen. Not in this season, family. No, what? Okay, they ghost you. So what? They want no contact. Yeah, I know it hurts. But at the end of the day, you're not going to bother them. You're not going to be blowing their phone up. You're not going to be making them think that they are more than they already are. They are not the main character of your story. You're taking them off of your pedestal and you're moving on with your life. And if they decide to call you, that's cool. They're going to find you in a better place anyway, because they're not going to find you when they left you, when they disrespected you. And I'm so thankful they came with their apologies. Maybe they went out there and realized you was the best thing they ever had, whatever their reasonings are. But when they come back in your life, you're going to set the boundaries, set the expectations, and they are going to know how to treat you, and they are going to respect you. And if they cannot, then they do not get a front row seat in your life. You only have one life. You're not playing games. You're not going to tap dance on your own life. You're not playing games on your life, because this is your life and it's time to take it seriously. Let them people go. And don't be afraid to walk away. And if you decide to keep them back in your life, then you know what to do, family. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. Being chosen to both do something great and be something great is very, very powerful, because you have something unique inside of you. And to me, being chosen, it's like you have to have self-belief. You have to be a hard worker. You have to be motivating, captivating, inspiring. And mostly, you have to be willing to embrace challenges and opportunities. But what does it truly mean to be chosen? I get the question all the time. And to me, it means that you are handpicked, that you are hand selected, that you are favored and privileged to do something great in this life and to do something great with your own life. And mostly, it's you being called to a higher purpose. Here are 5 signs that you are chosen to be something great and to do something great. You have a greater level of responsibility. You got big problems, adult problems, things that require you to use your whole mind, having to make decisions for so many people, having to do so much in your life. When you have a greater level of responsibility, it calls you to be greater, that you can't be that old version of self, that you have to be this very present new version of self. It's hard. And it's tough because nothing but hard things come your way. I get it. We all have blessings in our lives, but those challenges are real too. And it's so crazy because a lot of times, family, we look at someone else's life and it appears that their life is so easy. It seems like they are just winning and they don't even have to try hard, that everything they want is coming to them. They have the great relationship, that great spouse, they have a great house, they have the finances. It just seems like things work out so easily for them. And they don't even have the level of responsibility that you do. They don't even have the level of leadership that you do. And it's hard when you're watching everybody else win and it seems like you're not. But family, the reality is when you're chosen and you're marked for greatness, your life isn't going to be as easy as someone else's because your reward is so much greater. Because your reward is so much greater in your life. Because the blessing coming to you is going to be so amazing. And I know that's hard to see when you feel like you're living in lack. I know that's hard to see when you feel like you're in relationship with them. I know it's hard to see when you feel like you can't come out of your rut. But when you are a leader and when you are chosen for greatness, no, your walk isn't as easy as theirs because you're called for something greater. Because people count on you. Because you have to be the one to not just make good decisions, but to make wise decisions. And everyone counts on you because you're the one that has to be that strong person and that strong presence in everybody's lives. And another reason that you're chosen to be someone great and to do something great is in addition to that big level of responsibility that you carry, you are a leader. You are a leader, and a leader is someone that inspires and motivates others to find that best version of themselves. You inspire and motivate others to achieve their goals. You help everybody else in their lives. You make people better. When you walk in a room, you change the energy of the room. You, just within you, are the most powerful person that has ever crossed paths in so many people's lives. You are the truth. And you've been placed in a position of leadership your whole life. You could think about it when you were young, when you were little. You've always been that person that everybody looked up to. Always been that person that everyone looked up to. You've always been the one to take the risk. You've always been the one that everybody came to for advice, right? Everybody came to you for advice. Here go people that maybe have more and maybe are doing more, and you've given them the advice that they needed to go on in their lives. You've helped them to be better. You've changed the world and you've made everybody else great because you are a leader. Your whole life you've been this way. Your whole life you've been solving problems. Your whole life you've been fixing things. Some of y'all have been through things that people would have taken their own lives because it was too hard to go through. Y'all have been through some true challenges and some things in your lives that you, by the grace of God, got yourself out of that situation. Some of y'all been in situations with people that really hurt you and really took you down through there. I know I have. And you had to be that strong leader that you are and live your life as if you're going through no pain and move through life as if nothing negative or bad is happening to you because everyone has that expectation that you are going to win. And everyone has that expectation that you're okay. And if you look at the strong people in your life, everyone thinks that they're fine. Everyone thinks that they're okay. Nobody thinks that they need help. Nobody thinks that they need people to talk to, but that's far from the truth. Because family, when you're sitting there helping everybody else, who do you go to for strength? And that's a part of you being a leader, that you are the one that gets you out of the tough times in your life. You, your creator, your God, whatever you believe in, you are co-creating your life. And a lot of times you don't have that you in your life. You don't have that you in your life that everyone else has in their life. because you are a strong leader. And when you're a strong leader, your path to greatness is often always filled with obstacles, y'all. It's the hardest thing because sometimes you're like, I just want my life to be easy. Why couldn't I just want to do something simple? Why couldn't I just want to chill? Be like other people that want to do not much in their lives, but to depend on others for their well being. No, that's never been you. But sometimes it gets so heavy that you just want to quit and you just want to stop, but you can't because you've been selected and handpicked and called for something greater. Another reason that you've been called to be something great and to do something great is that you just have an inner knowing that you're chosen. Ever since you were young, you knew you were different. People told you that you were different. You never played in the right sandbox. You never did the things that everybody else was on. When you were young, some kids were doing something and you were doing something else, right? You've always been different and you've always had that inner knowing that you were just called for something great. Have you ever felt that way? Like you just knew you were called for something new, called for something great, called to be someone different. And sometimes you search for your purpose. Why am I here? What is my goal? What is the purpose of me being here? What is my calling? And I look at purpose and calling in several different ways, but most importantly to me, a purpose is like a destination, and the calling are like the roadways on getting to your destination. So what is your calling, family? What is that thing that you've been oh so good at your whole life? What is that thing that people told you that you were so great at and you believe them? What is that thing that you've had the unfair advantage of all your life in doing? What is that thing that happens to you naturally? That unfair advantage that you don't even have to try. It's just you. That you don't even have to work hard as someone else. It's just you. And family, when you're chosen, you have a purpose and you have a calling. And even if you can't define it as of yet, you know that there's something that you do that's so different and that makes you so great. So you just have that inner knowing that you're different and that inner knowing that you've been called to be great, called to be influential, called to be a leader, called to be purposeful in your life. No one has ever had to tell you that. You just knew that. Some of us are in environments that we're not happy in, and we know we're not meant to be there. Some of us are in situations and relationships, and we know we're not meant to be there because we know we have an inner knowing that we're different and we're called for better because we are better. Another sign that you've been chosen to be someone great and to do something great is you are in a season of isolation. Y'all know what that feels like. You're in a season of isolation, and it's so hard when you feel like you're by yourself. It's so hard when you feel like no one's on what you're on, and no one's doing what you're doing, and no one understands you. And no one can even support you in the work that you're doing. No one can even consolidate you. It's so hard when you're in isolation because you feel like you're all alone. You feel like you're by yourself. You feel like you're lonely. You really do. And that doesn't matter. You could be in a relationship. You could be married. You can be surrounded by a whole bunch of people. You still feel alone. And you just feel called to be by yourself so that you can figure some things out in your life. You feel called to be in a period of solitude. You feel called to be in silence so that you can think, so that you can hear yourself thinking, so that you can pray, so that you can meditate. And family, when you're in isolation, I know it's hard. It's hard to feel like you're by yourself in a world full of people. It's hard to feel like you're by yourself in a room full of people. But I learned that being in isolation is an opportunity to truly get to know yourself, an opportunity to truly quiet the noise, to help you make the best decisions, to help you make the right decisions, to help you see things clearly for what they are, to help you see people truly for who they are. It is a tough season to be in. And I've said this before about the story of the eagle. When he gets older in his years and he doesn't fly as high as he used to, and he's not as sharp as he used to, it is said that he finds the highest mountaintop. And he goes through this process of isolation for up to 5 months. And he beats his beak against the mountain and he pulls out his talons and his feathers. They shed. And he's in this state of vulnerability for a long time. And when he heals, as time passes, it is said that he mounts up with a new strength and he is able to fly higher and lock in on prey miles away. And isn't that us, family? when we're in such a tough season that we have to heal and regenerate and be better people and be stronger for ourselves, for the world. Isolation is a tough season to be in. But when you are chosen and when you are called to do something greater, you need that time so that you can develop your skill set, develop yourself, and be strong in who you are. And I learned that some of the best things come out of your period of isolation. Some of the best things come out of your period of isolation, that everything you think you may have lost is returned to you, but better. That every single person that may have hurt you, family, I'm telling you, they feel it and they know it and they're sorry for it. That everything that you may have encountered has made you better and made you stronger. That every situation that you've been in, you've learned from it and you're able to grow and become better and be better and you just look better. You come out a new version of self. You come out better. You come out on top. And that is what isolation does to you. And I know it's hard. It's so hard when you want what you want in the season and you feel like you're not getting what you want. It's so hard when you find yourself and you say, Lord, you've given me all these things. If I'm so chosen, then why haven't you given me the desire of my heart? If I'm so chosen, then why is this so hard for me? If I'm so chosen, then why does it appear that everybody else gets to have what I want? But family, in your period of isolation, you will learn and understand that every single thing that you want is coming to you. And it may not come in this season, but it's coming. And you have to know it and you have to believe it because you've been called to do something so great. And that calling is not easy. It's not for the faint of hearts. And another sign that you've been chosen to do something great and to be something great is that you're already operating in your gift. You're already operating in it. Some people come up to you and mistake you for a life coach. Some people come up to you and mistake you for a celebrity. Some people come up to you and mistake you for the thing that you're not in your life right now, but that you've always been in your life right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? That people can see it in you before you can see it in yourself. That you're already operating on the levels that maybe your income haven't gotten there yet. You're already operating on the levels that you're not there yet, but you're getting there. You're already operating as a king and you've always been one. You're already operating as a queen and you've always been one. Some of you are operating as a spouse, as a teacher, as a leader, as an encourager. You're already operating on these levels and you haven't obtained it yet, but you will. Because everybody sees it. You see it. Everybody sees it. You're using that same skill set that you have always had, that has always made you great. And maybe you're working in a job that doesn't allow you to be your best version of self. But family, you know who you are. And your blessing is coming. And it's coming soon and very soon. And it may not be here today, but it's going to be here soon. Because you possess unique skills and unique qualities. And I'm serious when I say this. You have everything that you need in your toolbox to do everything that you need. And sometimes we forget that when we're just living our day every day. Sometimes we forget that when people hurt us and mistreat us. Sometimes we forget who we are because all we do is look in the mirror and we see who we are, but we don't see the greatness within us. And sometimes it takes people on the outside to have to point out who you are, but you know who you are. And family, I'm telling you, you're chosen to do something great and you're chosen to be someone great, even if you're not operating as that right now. Because people see it in you. You feel it. You feel yourself evolving. You feel yourself going to the next level. And it's going to happen for you soon and very soon. And it's coming. Because when you're operating in your gift, things just flow to you easily. You are you. You are the best version of self. You are the highest version of self when you are operating in your gift. So in conclusion, family, you are chosen to be someone great. And you are chosen to do something great. And you know that. Now it's time to believe it. Now it's time to believe it so that you can make your dreams a reality. Now it's time to believe it so you can start walking in your gifts. And now it's time to believe it so that you can accomplish the things that you need to accomplish. And I know that having a great level of responsibility can be both rewarding and challenging. And that leadership is not just always a title, but it's so much more. And you are a leader. And when you have that inner knowing, you know that there is a higher power that is in control and has a path set for your life, something really, really great in store for you. And that in your time of isolation, you will be rewarded greatly. And when you're operating in your gift, you're operating at the highest and best version of yourself. Family, you've always been chosen. Always been chosen. Now it's time to live your best life on purpose. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. Hey family, aren't you tired of watching everybody else win? Every time you turn the TV on, someone came into something. There's this new business that's been started. Every time you go on social media, someone got married or something great came for them. Every time you look out and in your own life, you're seeing everybody else get the things that you know you deserve, the opportunities that you deserve. Aren't you tired of watching everybody else win? And family, I had to get to a point in my life where I said, it's either going to be one day or day one, right? One day I'm going to be great. One day I'm going to make it. One day things are turning around for me. Or day one, I'm making a decision today that I'm changing my life. Day one, I'm making a decision today that I want new and different for my life. Yo, I got so sick and tired of being myself. So tired of complaining and worrying and stressed out and wondering, where is he? What is he doing? Who is he? Yo, I was so tired of being myself that I wanted to be a better self. And I guess when you get to that point where you're done, where you're done living in lack, done being in unhappy, miserable relationships, done being in situations you don't like, done working when you get done, that's when you make a decision to change. And family, are you done? Are you tired? Like, are you tired of being sick and tired? I know I was yo, I'm tired of living in lack. I'm tired of watching everybody else that I feel is getting the blessings that I deserve. Like, I'm tired of being a hater. I'm so tired of being a hater, mad at him or mad at her because she got the thing that I thought I should get. No, that's not how that goes. Family, you got to change. And there was nobody forcing me to change. It's almost like when I'm working out, I'm running and there's no one chasing me. That takes internal, intrinsic motivation. And so does change. And true change happens when you wake up and you decide that you want to do something different than you did the day before. True change is you making a decision that you're going to do something different. And I was so sick and tired of being a loser in my life. And I know that sounds mean, and I'm not trying to be harsh or speak negative words over myself, but that is how I felt. I was like, yo, I'm so much better than this. I have so much untapped potential, so much unfair advantages, things that I'm naturally good at that I don't even have to try, right? I'm so good at so many things, but here I am living as if I'm not. I'm a whole eagle out here living like I'm a chicken. Absolutely not. And family, you got to look at your life and look at the areas in your life that you can be better at. Look at the things in your life that you can do different. Look at the people in your life that you can forgive and let go so that you can be free. Free to be you, free to move about, free to have a different and better life and a different and new experience. I don't know what your personal belief is. If you believe in a God, Buddha, the universe, whatever your belief is, trust and know that you are co-creating your life. And since you are co-creating your life, you got the keys. Why not create the life that you want to live? We sit here with these negative thoughts. And I think I heard somewhere it was like we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. And 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts that we had the day before. So if you're thinking the same thoughts that you had or you thought the day before, how can you create anything new? Tell me. I'll wait. If you're having the same thoughts, how can you even create anything new? You cannot, because you're thinking the same thoughts over and over, and you need a new mind to create a new thing. You need a new self to become a new when do you decide that you want to change? When do you decide that you want to be better? And I promise y'all, family, I sat here and I was so sad about the way my life was going, sad about the things that weren't working out for me, complaining about everything, hating on everyone, being judgmental and miserable. It was the worst situation I ever put myself in until I mentally made up in my mind that I wanted to change. Truly, I didn't have to wait for something to happen. I didn't have to wait for my husband to come. I didn't have to wait for my job to come. No, I could be happy right now. Because we as people think that we will be happy in the having of a thing. But the reality is you can be happy right now. It doesn't matter if you're not married. It doesn't matter if you're not in a relationship. It doesn't matter if you don't. The hardest lesson I learned from my mom is that just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. You may not have the thing that you want in your life now. You may not have the person that you want in your life now, but it is all there waiting for you when you decide to become that highest and best version of self. I'm telling y'all, when you decide to manifest a new and different and better life for yourself, when you decide to go that extra mile and do something different, when you decide to let them go, to forgive them for the things that they've done, to where they're no longer holding you up. Because a lot of times, family, if we don't forgive, that anger turns to acrimony. We don't need that in our lives. We need to heal, to transform, to change, to become different and better so that we can have different and better outcomes in our lives. Aren't you tired of being you? Not even you as if you're a bad person, but the part of you that is not healthy, the part of you that is not effecting or creating that true change that you want to see in your life. Are you ready to change? Are you ready to become a better, I can sit there. I can go to church every Sunday. I can listen to motivational speakers. I can have everybody tell me how great I am, how wonderful I am, and blah, 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 blah. But until I make a decision to change, nothing else will. And I learned that, family, nothing changes unless you do. Nothing, not the way you see things. Nothing changes unless you do, unless you decide to make a change. So when are you going to decide to? I'll wait. Or are you waiting for a situation to get better so that you can be happy? Or are you going to decide to be happy so that that situation can get better? Because your mindset is everything. How you think is everything. How you feel is everything. And when I got to that point, family, where I decided that I no longer wanted to live in lack, where I no longer wanted to be unhappy, where I no longer wanted to be miserable, I decided to be happy. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened over time. And little by little, little became a lot. I started becoming the person that I always knew I could be. I started actually being happy. I wasn't depending on him for my happiness. I wasn't. No, I wasn't depending on kids. I wasn't depending on anyone other than my creator and myself to be happy. And I mentally made up in my mind that every day I'm going to be happy. Is it going to be one day or day one? And for me, it was like, day one. I'm done living in lack. I'm done being broke. I'm done being tired. I'm done being frustrated all around. And I wanted to be happy, y'all. I wanted to be happy. I was so tired of being unhappy. And how many things do we go through in life that give us legit reasons to be unhappy? Deaths, breakups, hurts, pains, loss. Valid reasons for us to be hurt and unhappy. And I get it. We mourn. We go through the things. It hurts. But we can't stay there. We can't stay there. And what I try to do in my own life is when I'm going through a challenging time, I'm going to give it an end date. And I know that you can't put a date on grief. I know that you can't put a date on healing. But for me, it helps me to say, Nicole, you got a few days. And even though it's still going to hurt, I want you to make a decision that you're going to try harder to overcome it. And I want you to make a decision that you're going to love yourself a little bit more. And I want you to overcome and overcome and overcome, because when you overcome, you become somebody new. And I had to speak to myself. And I had to literally encourage myself because I knew that I was deserving of so much more and so much better. I was done living in lack, done being frustrated, and done being tired with the same old, that I had the ability to change, y'all. And we all have the ability to change something in our lives. I do understand that situations happen that are above and beyond our control. I do understand that things in our life happen that are above and beyond our control. But family, give yourself more credit. There are a lot of things that you can control too. That you don't have to sit there and be unhappy. That you don't have to sit there and be miserable. Yo, we have a brain. We can literally use it. We have every single thing that we need to do every single thing that we need to do. But we discount ourselves and we tell ourselves that we're weak. You're not weak. You weak? Where? I'll wait. Who? Where are you weak? No, you have everything that you need. And really, a delay is not a denial. Maybe something happened in your life that got you feeling like how I was feeling, sad in your life, feeling like you could do better in your life. Family, I'm here to tell you, you can do better in your life. Is it going to be one day or day one? What are you waiting for? We can't keep allowing these people to hurt us. When they're happy, we're happy. When they're sad, we're sad. If they hurt us, we're down. If they call us, we're up. No, that's called giving away your power. And I know it because I've done it. And we're no longer giving away our power. We're taking our power back and we're pulling our energy back. And we're going to be happy in our own lives. And it doesn't matter what a person thinks about you. Yo, let them think what they want. Because at the end of the day, what matters is you getting healthy, you feeling good about yourself, you being good, you taking yourself to the places that you need to go, you doing the things that you need to do. You do not have to watch everybody else win. For what? These people are no better than you. I don't care if they're on TV or they have $1 billion. They are human. They're no better than you. And you have every single thing that you need and every single thing that it takes to get to where you need to be. What are we waiting for? Because we are in our own way. And I know that because I was a victim in my life for so many years, blaming everybody, my mom, my dad, at some point, I had to take accountability for who I am. I had to take accountability for what I was. And my life was a direct reflection of all of my thoughts, my beliefs, and my actions. That was my life. So I'm not going to sit here and blame anybody for the life that I have created and that I was creating. I was done. And family, when you get to that point in your life where you're done living in lack, where you're done being that not so good version of self, where you're done doing that and dealing with them, you will make a decision to change your life. And I promise you, it is so much better. And everything that you need lies on the outside of your comfort zone. Every single thing lies in the unknown. And I used to wake up, y'all, every morning. And have you ever been there? You wake up and you start to feel those negative thoughts from yesterday just download. And you already like, man, today is not going to be any different than yesterday. And now your day becomes just like yesterday and you have no new days. Every day is Groundhog Day. And I was dealing with that until one day I woke up and I was like, I'm going to change. I'm going to manifest something new and different for my life. I'm going to make the decision that I want to be better. I'm going to decide to have a better and different life. So instead of waking up with those negative thoughts that start to download, I woke up and intentionally thought new and different thoughts. Intentionally started to feel inspired. I brought my future into my present. That's what I mean when I say Nicole Inspired. I brought my future into my present so that I can be happy now, yo. And that I didn't have to wait to have the thing and to have the person and to have the money to be happy, that I can make a decision to be happy now. And all the things and people that I want, they come to me. That I don't have to go out there and go on online dating and go and search and go. No, I don't got to do any of that, yo, because every single thing I want is going to come to me. And that's exactly what happened in my life. That you don't have to force anything. You allow everything good, everything noble, everything wonderful to come into your life. You're better than that. You're better than being a victim in your life. Yo, life is so short. And we sit here sad and unhappy for what? For what? For the things that we cannot change, we understand. But for the things that we have the ability to affect and impact, we're going to impact. We're going to change our lives and we're going to be better. We're done living in lack. We're done with the foolishness, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling on your phone and scrolling and posting and posting and posting because you're supposed to be happy. Absolutely not. You're done with that. You're done with that. It's death of the comfort zone. You're done with it because you want more and better. And as I decided I wanted to be better, I started putting things in place. And like I said, it didn't happen overnight. It happened over time. I started taking care of myself, setting better goals, doing more things, praying and manifesting, and overall feeling better and good about myself. And the sad days that I had, that was cool because I woke up the next day and intentionally decided that I wanted to have a better day. And I want the same for you. We're done living in lack. We're done watching everybody else win. We're done believing in people's highlight reels. We're done thinking that we don't have the power to change our lives. You can do anything that you put your mind to do. And you're done living in lack. You're done being frustrated with yourself. You're done not forgiving others. You're over it. So now it's on you. What are you going to do? I'll wait. What are you going to do? Are you going to change and be better? Are you going to want more for yourself and for your life? What are you going to do? Because you only get one life, family. It feels so good to be happy. Looking back on my life and all the things I've been through, it's like, it feels so good to be at peace. And don't get me wrong, things happen in your life that make you sad and bring you down. But overall, it feels so nice just to be happy. And knowing that my happiness is not dependent on him. My happiness is not dependent on her. My happiness is dependent on my God and me. And every single day you overcome and you course correct and you do the things that make you feel good and make you be better. Is it going to be one day or day one? Because we keep with this one day. One day things are going to change for me. One day it's going to be better when I get married. One day it's going to be better. Or day one, I'm making a decision that I want to change my life today. Just a little bit of encouragement for y'all, family. Stay inspired.